Let's just start. Not gonna think too hard about it. I'm just starting stream and not thinking too hard about it. What do you mean what?
I don't know what you meant by thinking hard about it.
Like trying to make sure everything was all set up and just...
Oh, you know, you're chilling. My excitement level is through the goddamn roof.
I need to do audio capture.
I just hearing the save or like the save music sound just gave me so much giddiness. Yeah, novel and adventure, that's what I was talking about.
Hi, Helsing. Congrats on getting first.
That explosion was for Helsing for getting first.
Okay, so this is where you can...
You'll see when I will let you switch, but yeah.
Loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open.
What the?
As they adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings.
It's auto on them.
With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. What?
I think the bottom. Oh, never mind. You're good. I forgot it's on this version. You're good. Ignore me. Just read.
Thank you for lyrics, Helsing. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air.
What? Whoa!
His balance lost and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold, gray floor.
Ouch! God damn it! Ah, what the hell?
So this is the point where you can switch between
bed?
the two. In the top right. So now it's just him talking, but if you switch to novel in the top right, it will sometimes give you some more information.
3-level bunk bed, in fact. Junpei had fallen, apparently, from the topmost bunk.
Pretty far. That really hurt.
His shoulder hurt, his knee hurt, his hip hurt, his entire body hurt. He'd feel a bump forming on his forehead where he'd slammed it against the low ceiling.
Damn, my eyesight's kind of blurry. Must have hit my head. No, wait. That's not it.
At first, he thought the tremor that ran through his legs was just another effect of his rude awakening, but as he looked around, he realized it was real. Hi, Evie lover. The whole room was shaking.
An earthquake. But it's shaking too fast for that.
But again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake.
Anyway.
Junpei rubbed the growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. His balance regained, he finally took his first good look around the room. And muttered to himself.
Am I?
His pain momentarily... Okay, no. Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings. Then, as suddenly as they had begun... What?
This game originally was a DS game, so there's a little bit of jank.
Wait, it stopped?
A cold silence fell over the room. From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking.
Sound.
In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. The 3-level bunk bed had mattresses that were so thin that they were little more than blankets. On the other side of the room was an identical bed, and set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door.
That's...
First thing Junpei noticed about the door was the number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door, in red paint, someone had written 5.
5? What's this 5 mean?
Suspicious and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed hold of the L-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result.
It won't open.
Didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, the handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader.
Is this keeping the door shut?
Junpei knocked hard on the door.
Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door!
I don't know why that stressed me the hell out, pounding on the door.
Listen,
Like-
he wants to leave his unfamiliar place. It's fine.
Like, you just woke up in a strange place and your first instinct is to make a lot of noise and not figure out if it's even safe.
Yeah, listen, Junpei, he's not the sharpest rock in the stone bin. It's fine. We love Junpei.
Ugh, dude. There was no response. Thank God. Junpei threw his left fist into the door and stopped.
What the hell is this?
I wasn't really sure what else to say. On his left wrist was a bracelet of a sort he'd never seen before. In the center was a large LCD display.
It doesn't look like one. 5. That's the same as the door.
True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what that might mean. All he knew was that it was strange and new, and he wanted it off. Junpei flipped his hand over as if to remove a watch, but
What? How do I take this off?
the other side of the bracelet was solid. No buckle, no clasp, nothing. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face. Perhaps
This will work?
he pushed them, but nothing happened. On the watch, they might be dials for adjusting date or time, but on this bracelet, they did nothing.
Damn. Guess I'll have to force it off.
Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However,
No good. This stupid thing won't come off.
steel ring ran from the face around Junpei's wrist and back into the face. He wouldn't be pulling the bracelet off any time in the near future.
What the hell is the deal with this thing?
Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. So much was happening, and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode.
Where am I? And why the hell am I here? Why? What the hell happened to me? My head.
Pain bloomed, but he did his best to shake it off. He raised his head.
Huh.
Get that man some Excedrin.
It was at that moment he noticed the window.
This is...
The window was round, rimmed in riveted brass, like a window from an early 20th century ship.
Am I on a ship?
Junpei walked slowly toward the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness.
I can't see anything. If only it wasn't so dark outside.
Junpei squinted, trying to see something, anything. It was at that moment
What the... Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I knew there was gonna be some fucking shit.
What the hell is going on here?
Oh, God. Okay. The crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment, Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst, and water began to pour into the room.
God damn it!
Junpei yelled and spun around, his feet slipping on the water already coming through the window. He ran for the door. As if that's gonna work a second time.
Anyone? Is anyone there?
Why are you so dumb?
Come on, if you're there, say something.
There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. It was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly toward his knees.
It's not stopping. Not good. Not good at all. Okay, I need to find a way out, and fast.
Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked around the room.
Done. Take a way out. Welcome to an escape room.
Okay.
So, the camera position, Junpei will always be standing in that camera position, and when you're turning around, it's purely from that position.
Okay.
Also, there's water. Lots of it.
No way.
What?
Operations during an escape. During an escape, you are restricted to an area. Your goal, search around to uncover how to unlock the door. There are items and hints in the room that will help you escape. Click on a location you find suspicious to search the room. Use Q or E to move around the room.
By the way, just to ease off, there is no time limit. You are fine.
Okay.
This is tutorial.
About items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Clicking item on the top left will take you to the item screen. Old picture frame. There's a picture of a ship in it. There's screws keeping the back on. Okay. And visible in the lower left is the item currently in hand. When you close the item screen, the last selected item will be in hand. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you may trigger a reaction. Try switching out items in hand and search different places. The item icon or press V to quickly change between items. Bulletin board. Looks like someone put a note on it. Okay, I have to click the note specifically.
It's paper. I like paper. Yeah, you don't need to use Q and E. You can just use the arrows on the sides, so you get there.
Oh, nice. It's locked tight. Let's see if there's anything in the keyhole. And the dial is 0101. I use the keyhole before I can enter any numbers on the dial. Okay. Over to the stove. Well, it opens easily enough. Screwdriver.
Triangles and squares.
7, 4, 6, 3. Okay.
You don't need to learn about combining items. I think you figured that out.
Key.
Yay! You found a key! It's really bad that right before we streamed this, I was watching Dropout's show Like My Coffee, where one of the prompts was when you give somebody a key. Or I like my coffee like I like somebody giving me a new key. We just went from there. Or no, sorry, I like my lovers like I like keys. Or something like that. There's like some weird stuff. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Oh wow, a key. I'm so shocked. Anyway, hi frame. It is a new game. And nothing. I already forgot what the code was.
Did you now?
I know one of them is 6. This one's 6. Oh.
You gotta finish the dialogue before you can access it.
Cool, look around. Okay. 6, 3.
Meh. Incorrect.
Then I have no idea.
You might be missing some clues.
Probably.
You're- He really likes stoves, by the way.
Oh, I see. Colors.
Yeah. A little bit too fast. A little bit fast there, but yeah, you got it. This also doesn't have, even though it's a Spike Chimsoft game, it doesn't have like the you know, the spheres or like the little glowing lights that show when you, like something you can interact it with.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the stuff is like you gotta have to click specific spots. Yeah.
Oh, another room.
That's a mirror.
Oh, that didn't look like a mirror.
That's why it was taped. Yeah. Listen, the DS didn't have the
Probably hold
greatest
on to this
things.
key.
Also, Junpei is a ghost right now.
Huh. Oh, what's up with my face?
Also, yeah. So this is what I was talking about with the adventure in the novel. Is like right now you could switch to novel and get more information, but it's up to you if you want to like keep switching back and forth. See, as you can see, there's some.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Junpei grabbed the key and
this is
shoved it into his pocket. He intended to leave immediately, but something stopped him. His reflection stared back at him from the mirror, but he had scarcely recognized himself. His confusion was well justified. His face was drawn and pale, and the dark circles under his eyes made him look as though he was nearly dead.
Man, what the hell happened to me? How did I end up here? I left work, headed back to my apartment, and...
Even as he said it, something in his mind opened. A memory bobbed to the surface. It was the last thing Junpei remembered before waking up in the strange room.
Yeah, this is PC version only. I should mention the novel stuff.
Interesting. It was past midnight when he came home. Junpei shuffled up the stairs and opened the door to apartment 201.
I think it was.
Inside was his apartment, a small one-bedroom affair that ran him about $630 a month. Jesus.
This was back in like early 2000s, so
Oh.
it's pretty.
He moved into it when he entered college, and so far he'd been there for 3 years and 7 months.
think anyone will respond.
I love going back into my house and yelling, "I'm back," when nobody's inside. It's great.
He stepped inside and turned on the lights. The fluorescent lights on the ceiling blinked and flickered slowly to life as if waking from a deep slumber.
Work was rough today.
Their cold light illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before. Everything was as he'd left it. The magazines piled up in the corner, the textbooks collecting dust, the CD cases covering the floor, the jeans and t-shirt he'd worn the day before, then tossed onto the floor. There was one thing that didn't belong, however.
A breeze.
A white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the cold wind.
That's weird. Did I leave that open?
Junpei walked toward the window, trying to remember if he'd closed it or not before he left. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around.
Looks okay. I must have forgotten to close it.
He closed the window. Then it happened.
What?
Junpei turned and found himself face to mask with a man dressed in all black. The man wore a deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden. Suddenly he couldn't finish. Junpei tried to yell, but all he could manage was a strangled croak.
can't.
That's when you turn around and open the window again, but Junpei's a dum-dum. Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs like a discarded puppet. Too late, he noticed the white smoke that was quickly filling his apartment. A small object, shaped distressingly like a grenade, sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. White smoke poured out of it at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. He could feel his mind beginning to fade as well. A white haze that was not the smoke creeping into the edges of his vision.
Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen.
A rasping voice wormed its way out of the gas mask. It was cold and harsh, and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on.
You are going to participate in a game. The Nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
That was the last thing Junpei remembered. White smoke overpowered him. The masked man faded from his vision, and he felt his consciousness fall away into the white mist.
That's right. That guy with the gas mask. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. When I get my hands on him.
He ground his teeth in frustration and strained to remember anything about his attacker's figure.
There's no way to know if that was a man or not.
The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick cloak.
Just who was that? They said, you have been chosen.
What it might mean, that was beyond him.
What the hell is going on? Why me?
Hey, dead man. There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important.
You are going to participate in a game. The Nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
The Nonary game. Huh. What the hell is a Nonary game? God damn it!
With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. Well, that's not gonna help anything.
Listen, we didn't expect him to be that smart. He is wearing a puffy jacket with a flannel underneath it.
Is 7 or 6.
Still incorrect.
I don't know.
I think we've done this before, where like I'll only ask a hint to help you out if you need a hint.
Oh, I see. Half red, half blue.
Yeah, there you go. So you're missing a piece of evidence. I believe you were kind of close to where it was, but I don't remember why the game doesn't. Oh, I remember why. The water's already up to the chair. Weirdly enough, it's not going up, but that's probably because it's a tutorial. Also, there's a lot of jokes in this.
Okay.
There's a lot of jokes. I had to be told by at least 10 people in chat when I first streamed this game about a specific joke relating to pipes.
There we go.
It's great. There's your code. I'll write down the numbers that you need.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Okay, blue one first.
Can you pull up the notes again? I gotta remember the code. Can you go to the photo, please? Okay, I got your codes.
Okay.
You're on blue?
Yep.
So blue should be 0263. is like keep talking, nobody explodes.
Yeah. Alright, let's see if the... Like it's working. Looks like there's something in here. A file. File screen. If you find any documents or notes during an escape, the information contained in them will be available on the file screen.
It's in the menu. It's a lot easier.
Digital route. Compute a digital route with the following steps. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. If you end up with something greater than a single digit number, add the digits to one another. For instance, if you have a double digit number. Keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single digit answer. That final single digit is your digital root. I just keep adding numbers until I get a single digit number. There's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of key cards. Stack of blue key cards.
Yeah, you're gonna really like digital roots. I hope you're good with math.
I can add.
Cool, that's why I'm here, because I'm gonna be the one to have to help out there.
Okay.
So yeah, the memo and stuff, you can actually write your own notes. Or the file thing. And then calculate if you need math. The answer to this one's 7485.
And red key cards. Shocker. Why did it say 2 and now they say 1?
It's 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Cards with numbers on them. I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them.
Let's just swipe random cards. That sounds like a great idea.
So cards in. I just wanted him to use the 5.
This is teaching me just how to switch to the other cards.
Digital read, digital read. 5 on that door. Digital read of 5. Pick 3 cards to select them. The digital read of the selected cards will be displayed. Oh, damn, I have to think now? This is annoying.
So the best way to think about this is what 2 numbers will equal 5.
Oh, does it just...
Don't look at those numbers right now, but think of like a 2-digit number whose digital root would equal 5. I might need to explain a little bit more.
No,
This is... yeah, sorry.
I'm trying to do it the reverse way, where I'm trying to like look at what I have available and see what can I put together that it'll condense down to 5.
That does make sense. Like, there's two ways to do it.
Because like if it has to be 3, thinking of only 2 isn't gonna help me. Well, it's not. Well, it won't help me specifically. It might help somebody generically. It's not gonna help me because it's just gonna break my brain.
Yeah, because I work backwards on these puzzles. Because if I can figure out what 2-digit number equals 5, then I just have to figure out what 3 numbers added together equal that 2-digit number. So that's how my brain works on these ones. But like it's whatever you feel is like the easiest. Yeah. You just have to pull the lever. Yeah, like my brain would do 14. Okay, what equals 14? And then go from there. believe you could also solve that.
Just unlock. Time to go.
You have to back away from the door.
Dumb.
You did it! You solved the first escape room! You found it! I don't know what you found, but you found it!
Accompanied by a wall of angry water, Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall.
Ow!
The water tossed and turned him like a washing machine, and he only stopped rolling when he hit his head on the wall.
My head! Wait, is it over? Whew. That felt too much like being flushed down a toilet. Damn.
Junpei struggled to his feet in the still rushing water.
Well, better than drowning, I guess. Am I in a hallway?
The water that had followed him out of the room was rapidly pouring out of the door. It flowed quickly down the hallway and slammed into the foot of the short flight of stairs. Just 5 steps, in fact, and at the top of this short staircase...
Door! Another door! Damn this water! Ugh. Let me go!
Junpei leapt up the stairs straight for the door.
Huh, yes, it opened!
The door burst open and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw?
What the hell?
His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare. A polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases rising up from the edges, each one of them equidistant from the others. The stairs and pillars were solid wood, and Art Nouveau embellishments and decorations covered the walls and pillars. It looked like nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s.
This is the inside of a ship?
Junpei couldn't help but wonder. The water quickly filling the hallway behind him suggested that yes, he was. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved toward the stairs.
God, this is totally Wait, what the hell? A wave? Oh shit! Shit! Okay, I gotta get out of here.
Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran toward the tremendous staircase in front of him.
C deck. B deck. Hurry! Hurry!
As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship.
B deck's next.
He took the stairs 2 at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself. Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead,
What?
Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye.
People.
Seems like more than one person.
He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. And on the right side, 3 more.
People.
All told, there were 7 of them. It looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They'd stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood there staring at one another. Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step, in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? His entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds. The woman spoke to Junpei, and time began to move again.
I guess it's another one of us now.
A dancer?
The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry little more.
No, I'm not. You better get moving.
With no further ceremony, she ran straight past Junpei and towards the doors behind him.
Well, okay then.
The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking assets left Junpei momentarily stunned. What an idiot. But the others wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman.
Silver hair? Huh?
First past Junpei was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering,
One of us, huh? What? Nothing.
Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough as he passed for Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and shock of hair struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion.
Good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
Wait, hold on. The doors won't open?
The next to speak to Junpei was a girl with pink hair and a high voice.
You coming? You gotta hurry!
Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene, and he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help but feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. He'd certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like.
It's 9 of us then. All of the cards are in hand.
What does that mean? Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the other man had meant, but the girl with pink hair rushed past him.
They're gone. Just what is going on? There's an old man like a lion, a girl with pink hair, and a prince, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
He turned just in time to see 2 more people running toward him. One of them had hair like a bird's nest and looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him. And the other was a veritable mountain of a man. Scrawny one scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something.
Hey! What the hell are you just standing there for? Didn't you hear him? The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it? Now go!
Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would have used to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way. Thrown off balance by the man and recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the other 7 had been running toward.
It's dangerous. Huh?
There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set into the wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy, and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. Door on the right.
And this one says 5. They're the same.
The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself.
Had a number on the door just like that.
You too, eh?
With an arched eyebrow, the lion looked over at Silver.
Same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room full of stairs, as I suspected the rest of you.
It was as though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once.
Same for me. There was a door with a number on it.
It soon became clear that each one of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They'd all ended up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided here.
Yes, we all
I mean-
saw something. That's not important. We need to hurry.
You
What,
think I don't
you
know
think
that lady?
Random other people were gonna show up and have to escape? Crazy.
Before the dancer had time to finish, Silver was already running.
Open! Damn it!
He grabbed hold of the door labeled 5 and pulled. However...
Fuck, it's not opening. This damn thing won't even...
Damn, alright. You said this was a DS game?
Yep. It is.
Okay. Wasn't expecting to just drop a casual fuck in the middle of it.
Oh, you think cussing is gonna be tame right now? Silver's got a mouth.
I mean, that's fine. I don't care. It just...
I know, but yes, it is a DS game, and it was, yeah, it's a DS game.
I was just shocked.
Out of my way!
Mountain grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside. His path cleared, he took a few steps back, then threw himself at the door. Once. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. Mountain threw himself at the door again.
Body slam from a guy that big didn't even budge it. There must be some other way.
Junpei turned toward door 4. Next to the door on the wall was a small box.
This looks just like the device next to the door in that room earlier. So that means this door is probably locked too. But still...
He had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all his weight into it. It was locked as tight as the door next to it, as he'd suspected. Junpei punched the door and it did not respond.
Are there any other doors?
He barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate passed on his way up, sprang unbidden to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back toward the stairs. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well.
Huh?
Without saying a word, Junpei walked slowly toward her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magic spell. As Junpei stepped into her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. The quake caught the girl unprepared and she fell. Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her, or so he thought. Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own. He was flat on his back, and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment, that seemed to stretch for a very long time. They stared at one another. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at the walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded as well. The silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth.
Is that you,
Jumpy?
Jumpy?
Jumpy. Her words echoed through Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned.
Hane.
Why hadn't he realized it before? The girl was Akane Kurashiki. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face. Feelings he'd thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment,
Might have to keep reminding you at the top right
huh?
to switch to novel.
Oh.
Whenever it does like the static, that just yeah.
What?
What's that voice?
They hurriedly untangled themselves from one another and struggled to their feet. Their 7 companions had heard the voice as well, and many of their faces had gone pale. They looked around frantically, desperate to locate the source of the voice. At last, they found it, a speaker set in the ceiling. Invited. The voice was harsh, obscured occasionally by the crackle of static. Occasionally.
Smoke.
Junpei recognized it. How could he have forgotten it?
Guy in the gas mask. Hey, asshole! What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a look at you.
What do you mean?
Silver is now my favorite character.
Yeah, I love Silver.
Nonary game.
What the hell's that?
The voice continued, implacable.
he talking about?
Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out.
Silver reached into his pocket and pulled out a small slip of paper. The rest of them reached into their own pockets and pulled out similar slips of paper.
We're not going to question where Dancers is. Just don't question it.
Junpei followed suit and dug into the pockets of his pants. He felt the telltale crumple of paper, slightly damp from his earlier ordeal.
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
His request had been delivered to Junpei, who, after a short moment of surprise, did as he'd been asked.
On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers. We will call them the numbered doors. The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets, and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. So this thing on my arm is a bracelet.
He glanced around. It looked like everyone else had one as well, and had come to much the same conclusion.
The purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
There's one last thing I want to tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, this ship has begun to sink. Unfortunately, like catgirl, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into our town. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 days, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. I will give you more time. 9 hours. That is the time you will be given to make your escape.
Voice finished, and the speaker went silent.
I hear a bell. I think it's coming from over by the stairs.
It's the clock telling us the time.
Everyone had their eyes on the antique clock embedded in the wall. 7, 8, 9. The sound of the 9th bell faded away. The 10th never came.
It rang 9 times, so 9 o'clock then?
I think it's 9 p.m.
I
couldn't
love the
see
number
anything
9.
when I tried looking out the window earlier. It has to be nighttime.
If that is the case, then we would need to escape by 6 a.m. tomorrow.
The speaker went silent and did not speak again.
Hey, you bastard! What do you mean by that? Come out here, you asshole!
He's just immediately down to throw hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch you in the face as soon as I see you. You might have a metal gas mask on, but I'll punch you in the face.
Whew.
Junpei, too, was consumed by his thoughts.
I have way too many questions. Who is Zero? What's the Nonary game? What's it for? Is he some nutjob just doing this to mess with us, or does he have some other purpose?
Both things can be true.
Part of this insane game. And the others. Why are these 8 people here? And the most confusing of them all. Why is Akane here? I haven't seen her since elementary school. Why her? Why now? Coincidence? No. There's no way. There has to be a reason. I don't know what exactly, but there has to be.
Bye, Quentin. Bye, Quentin.
Very well.
The lion's voice seemed oddly loud in the silence.
Here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think?
get moving?
Are you planning to open the numbered doors?
Hey, wait! But don't tell me you're actually gonna do what this zero says.
No, that's not what I mean.
The lion shook his head, mildly annoyed.
Let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
What?
Where have we not looked? Everyone searched A deck already, right?
Yeah, we were kind of in a rush though, so we probably missed some things.
Why don't we check out the lower floors first? We should see how deep this place goes.
I can work with that.
Then let's go.
Whoa! What the hell? It's completely submerged.
Damn. If the water level keeps rising like this, we're all gonna drown.
No, I don't believe that's something we have to worry about.
Prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it.
The water's not flowing. That means the origin of the water has been stopped. Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that our time limit was 9 hours. In other words, this water won't rise for 9 hours.
Then you're saying we won't sink till then?
Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking.
That's depressing.
If we don't determine a way to advance from this point, we are stuck on A deck and C deck.
Looks that way.
Hey, hold on. How about we check C deck before we jump to any conclusions? We might find something there.
Huh, you're right. I think we should look at the metal doors by the big staircase, too. They're pretty suspicious.
No numbers on either door. And I don't see an authentication device either. Nope. It's locked.
This one too. Damn, none of the doors are opening.
Hey guys, over here. There's another door behind the stairs.
This one doesn't open either.
We'll see about that. Hey, old man, give me a hand.
Using force, I see. Let's give it a try. It won't budge.
Could you not just start shouting out of nowhere? You almost gave me a heart attack, you know.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't appear to have moved even with two of us trying. It's very well made.
Idiots. Try using your brain first.
Huh?
Take a closer look.
A keyhole?
Right. It's obvious what we need to open this door.
A key, huh?
You got a problem?
No, I just really doubt we'll find a key that easily.
Ignoring the tense air between the two, Junpei moved closer to examine the doorknob.
Yes.
Just above it was a strange mark in the shape of a circle surrounding a dot.
Does it mean something?
Hey, look! Over here, too!
Skincare was looking at double doors they hadn't examined yet.
I think they're elevators. There's an inverted triangle button by them.
May as well try pressing it. Huh. Nothing.
Maybe the power isn't on.
Or we need to do something with this card reader. And there's a strange mark here, too. What is this? It looks like a lowercase h with a dash drawn across the upper stem of the H.
Junpei stared at it for a while.
Saturn. It's an astrological symbol.
Then the mark on the other door.
I think that was the sun symbol. We saw the same symbols on A deck.
We did?
I don't remember that.
A deck, huh? I haven't been there, so I wouldn't know.
We may as well
How do
check
you feel
again
about
since we're talking
astrology?
about it.
Lion's words urged them on, and they took the stairs up.
There, the two doors next to the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it.
She's right. It looks similar to what we saw downstairs.
This is an Earth symbol. The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the vertical one represents the prime meridian.
I see.
Junpei's learning 5th grade geography. Maybe earlier. It's like 3rd grade.
The ceiling. Metal plates. Huh. It's as if it's covering something up.
Perhaps it was a dome of some kind.
I wish we could get out through there.
Be realistic. We'd need a lot of explosives.
What? Silver, why is explosives the first thing you think of?
Hell yeah!
Like, a blowtorch?
No, you just gotta
Something to remove the rivets? Literally, like, a blowtorch would be sufficient.
No,
Windows
just gotta
too.
get some Minecraft TNT.
They're all covered.
There were several windows along both sides of the ship, or at least there had been. They too were covered with metal plates.
Man, it sounds like I'm in high school
We're
again
trapped.
with a bunch of ultimates.
All the exits go nowhere.
No response.
Junpei was not happy. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was saying it's like we're in a high school again with a bunch of ultimates.
Yeah, this does feel like Danganronpa. Girl with pink hair spoke up.
Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them.
Then the mountain spoke.
We don't know that. For all we know, they just open into walls or take us in circles.
The prince did not agree.
No, I'm sure they go somewhere. Otherwise, what point would there be? And we can open them. Well, 2 of them at least.
Oh, you mean the numbered doors.
All eyes turned toward the doors with numbers on them. The atmosphere in the room grew tense.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that.
The dancer moved in front of the doors as if to block
We'd have to
them.
be crazy to open these doors. If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do.
Suddenly, everyone began to speak at once.
May as well give it a shot. Can't stay here forever.
Yes, I'm in favor as well.
No, I'm totally against this.
But shouldn't we at least try?
We don't know what'll happen. We should stay here.
We don't have time for that. In 8.5 hours, this ship is going to sink.
Clamor of voices made it next to impossible to determine who was saying what. Their arguments grew more and more intense until people were shouting and screaming at one another.
Hey, shut up!
They fell silent and all eyes turned to Junpei. He felt each stare burning into him, but he refused to flinch.
Decide where we're going to go. There's something else we ought to do.
What's that?
We need to exchange information. We don't know anything about each other. I want to know who you guys are. Who you are, where you came from, why you ended up here. Don't tell me you aren't curious too.
They were silent. Some of them looked the other way or bit their lip or crossed their arms and stared at the ceiling. But one of them spoke up. It was Akane.
I agree. I think Jumpy is right.
Jumpy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about him. I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei.
She pointed toward Junpei.
We're friends. We went to the same elementary school.
Wait, stop! Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about. Zero's probably watching us right now. What are you gonna do if he's listening in?
Oh, would that be bad?
Hell yeah, it would! We don't know how much that bastard knows about us. Maybe he just picked a bunch of random people to kidnap. If that is the case, then it'd be dangerous for us to let him know too much. If Zero knows who we are, he could go after our families. Maybe he'd tell us he had them to get us to do stuff, you know?
But we still need to know what our names are. It's going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names.
Alright, then why don't we have code names?
Him, apparently, it seemed like the obvious solution.
Yeah, we'll each pick something. Like, I'll be 7.
7? Why are you 7?
Seemed a fair question. Mountain stuck out his left arm.
Because this bracelet number says 7.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And in Japan, his name is also 7.
Well, we don't know that yet.
No, I meant like the code name.
Why would it be different?
Because a lot of people thought that like they would just translate it to Japanese, so it'd be like the Japanese name word for 7. But no, apparently in both English and Japanese, it's the English 7, and that
Oh.
is funny.
All right. I'm gonna be Santa.
Also, yes.
Japanese? No? Well, sun means 3. So, I'll be Santa. You know, like Santa Claus. Fits, don't you think?
Sure, bud.
Then your bracelet number.
Yeah, it's got a 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa.
Just like the mountain had done, Silver thrust out his left hand. Sure enough, the face of his bracelet read 3.
Very well then. I'll go next, shall I? My bracelet number is 1. Given that, I think Ace seems appropriate.
I'll be Lotus then. As I'm sure you all know, it has 8 petals. Which means, of course, that my bracelet number is 8.
I would appreciate it if you would call me Snake. My bracelet number is 2. Since Ace has chosen cards, then I choose dice. Snake eyes, clearly. Which is particularly relevant given that I am blind.
You can't see?
I knew it.
He kept his eyes closed during the entire ordeal, which had suggested something strange, but to hear it said so casually, it was something of a surprise. Everyone seemed a little nervous at the prince's proclamation, but no one seemed to know how to react to it.
Me next.
There was one person, however, who didn't seem to be surprised in the least. The girl with the pink hair.
Want to be Clover. You know, like a 4-leaf clover. Good luck, right?
Looking almost bored, she held out her left hand. The face of her bracelet showed the number 4. They'd come around to Junpei. He held out his bracelet.
Alright, my number's 5. So my code name is gonna be...
Why have one? It's not like there's any point to it now.
The dancer cut him off mid-sentence.
I know your name already. You're Junpei.
Oh, yeah.
They all nodded. Akane stepped forward nervously.
Then you should all call me by my name too. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem...
It doesn't seem fair to Jumpy.
You're thinking it's not cool for you to hide your name after you told us his.
Akane fidgeted awkwardly. Junpei decided he had to do something.
It's 6.
She hesitated for a moment, then held out her left hand. As she'd claimed, the bracelet's face showed a 6. Junpei looked at it for a moment and thought.
Why don't we call you June?
June?
Yeah, you know, it's the 6th month of the year, so you're June.
Jumpy?
Akane kneaded her hands and looked up at Junpei, uncertain. He smiled back at her reassuringly.
Yeah.
She thought about it for a few more minutes, then seemed to come to a decision and gave Junpei a small nod. Their names decided, Junpei ran over them quickly in his head.
1 breaks down. 1 is Ace. 2 is Snake. 3 is Santa. 4 is Clover. 5 is me. 6 is June. 7 is 7. And 8 is Lotus. That means 8 of us have revealed our bracelet numbers. The only one left is...
That glasses guy with hair like a bird's nest.
You haven't said a thing so far, have you?
His skin was pale, his breathing was heavy, and he was soaked with nervous sweat. His behavior seemed very suspicious, or perhaps simply emotionally unstable. It was difficult to tell. Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he had only a fingertip's worth of a grip on his sanity. The girl with pink hair, Clover, walked up to him slowly. She put her hands on her hips and eyed him suspiciously.
What number are you?
He didn't answer. His bloodshot eyes twitched from person to person, and his breath came in hot pants.
Talking to you.
The man licked his dry lips with a shaking tongue and spoke with a voice like old paper.
Isn't it obvious? There are 9 people here. And you know who numbers 1 through 8 are. I'm the only one left.
So you're 9?
Yeah.
He extended a trembling arm. The bracelet did indeed say 9. Clover looked at it contemptuously.
What's your code name?
Code name?
What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too.
I don't need one.
Why not?
Because I am not gonna stay here with you.
He took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover looked at him with something very like disgust.
You've got some sort of plan?
I do.
Yeah? What's that?
You sure you want to know?
Yeah?
All right, let me show you. I'm gonna do this!
By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him. The man's body moved like a snake's. In the blink of an eye, he had slid around behind her and wrapped his arm around her waist.
What do you think you're doing?
Silver, Santa, leapt forward toward Clover and the ninth man. He was halfway there when suddenly the man's hand dove into his pocket. He held it to Clover's pale, quivering neck.
If you get any closer, I'll cut her open. Yeah, that's right.
The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt.
Clover, are you all right?
The prince, Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing.
What the hell are you trying to do? I told you. This is my plan.
What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything to her. If she just does what I tell her to, I'll let her go.
He started to move backwards, slowly, keeping his grip on Clover.
Slowly. That's right. Just follow me.
Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around quickly and spoke.
Verify. The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part.
What if I don't?
The man's nostrils flared, and he looked like he was about to choke.
Are you an idiot? What do you think? I could slit your throat right now. I'll kill you if I have to. All I need is your bracelet. Just do it. Do it now.
He pressed the knife against Clover's neck hard.
Okay, I'll do it.
Slowly, she stretched her left hand out toward the device. Her back was to it, and she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. It made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared.
So that's how it works. He called that round part of the device the scanner panel. If we put our left hand on it, our bracelet number gets entered into the device. Then...
Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets, and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. The number on it was 5.
But why does this guy know so much about how this thing works? It's like he knows exactly what to do.
Good. Good. You're done. Next.
His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally, they stopped on the lion. Ace.
Right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Yes, I am. So?
Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her?
Okay, just calm down.
Ace held up his hands, palms out. The ninth man jerked his chin toward the device. Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved toward the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it.
Verify.
All right, this is what you wanted, right?
Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The device beeped again, and a second asterisk appeared.
Now the device has both Clover and Ace's numbers, 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. It's the same as the number written on the door, but it won't open yet.
Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door.
One more person. If what Zero said is true, he needs one more person. Who? Who does he need?
Get back.
I wonder if
His voice shook, but the knife he held to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 2, then 3 steps back.
Farther! More than that! Go all the way back!
Okay.
Slowly, Ace did what he was told. Ninth Man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile.
Don't tell me.
That was when Junpei understood his plan.
Clover's 4 and Ace's 1 added to the ninth man's 9. 4 plus 1 plus 9 is 14, and the digital root of 14. In other words...
Thank God you were all so cooperative.
Somebody run your ass up there and touch it.
I can get out of this nightmare.
I mean,
You
he still has
press?
Clover.
Yeah, but he wouldn't expect it. Just for somebody to randomly rush him.
Yes, but I guess everyone's also too afraid. But fair. I mean, Santa wants to fight somebody.
I know. I'm like, bro, just rush his ass. He's not gonna expect it. He's clearly a wimp.
Kind of a coward for trying to harm Clover.
A third asterisk appeared on the screen. He dropped his hand to the lever on the side of the device and pulled.
Open sesame.
The door opened with a heavy metallic groan.
I don't need you anymore.
He let go of Clover. Junpei leapt toward the ninth man, but he wasn't fast enough.
She's all yours.
The man shoved Clover and hopped through the door.
Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then, goodbye.
He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face. Then he was gone. Door ground shut with a dull clang of metal on metal.
Clover, are you all right?
Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor.
I'm fine.
She climbed unsteadily to her feet, and once there, leaned heavily on Snake's shoulder for support.
Damn it!
Junpei ran to the door. The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed hold of the handles and pulled.
Open, damn it!
They grunted and strained, but
Shit! It won't budge.
that was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet.
Did you hear something?
Like, what?
Like some sort of beeping.
Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others did the same.
You're right. I can hear it too.
What is it?
They heard something else. It was the ninth man.
Why is it stopping? God damn it! You lied!
Lied?
This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! This is wrong!
His voice shook with fear. Safe on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another.
Hang in there.
Open the door, please! I'm begging you! Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Ah, God damn it!
Junpei grabbed hold of the device. He slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened.
Why? Why won't it work? Engaged? Is it because it's occupied?
Oh my god! There's no time left! Listen, I was lied to! He lied to me! He put me in here! It was him! He killed me! It was him!
Technically, you did it to yourself, bud.
He very much did it to himself.
The explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked, then stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. Hi, werewolf. Thank you. No one spoke. Silence filled the room.
A beep?
All eyes turned toward it.
Did that thing just make that sound?
The display changed from engaged to vacant.
Let's see if we can open it.
7, the mountain, swallowed hard. Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. A red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel.
Well, it registered my bracelet number, but it won't open with one person. We need at least 2 more people.
What to do? Oh, man.
Well, while you figure that out, I think there's...
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Hi, chat. We all just listened to a man explode. I don't think he was doing too well. God, I love this game. I'm getting so many memories right now, and like everything like flashing back to me. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like I really do like this game a lot. It's a little slow going, so I'm glad that Neko's kind of like still sticking with it. Like the beginning's very information heavy, but once you get to the second puzzle, oh, it's just smooth sailing. It's so good. Good old ninth man. He go kerblooey. Boom goes the dynamites. I also almost had the bracelet from 999 because it was a collector's edition item when like the DS version came out, and I ended up buying the sequels one, but I technically could have bought the 999 one. Like the 999 one was pretty cool looking, but I think at the time it was like $500. So one of those things, one of those eye keepers. He lied to me. He put me in here. All the memories. All the memories. Fun times. He lied to me. Good old ninth man. The ninth man is doing ninth man things. Also Santa. I did remember actually briefly some of the other like names for characters because it's different from Japanese and English. Because I think the only ones that are the same are uh were Santa and Seven. For some reason, theirs are the stuff. Such a good game. I love this. Just goosebumps are happening everywhere. It's a great time. I like this game. Loving the fact. Anyway,
I'm back.
welcome back. I was gonna make a "is that pizza" smell joke, but both one, I don't know if you had pizza, but two, I also don't have a sense of smell, so I can't even
But
say that.
why don't you have a sense of smell?
Have we not known this?
No.
I guess it's one of the first things that comes up with my work because like they're like, "Oh, be careful, trash is smelly." Like, yeah, I don't have a sense of smell. It's because of the allergies. Like completely fucked my nose.
Oh.
That's how I explain it. Like that's why most people.
I thought it was just when your allergies were bad. I guess that's on me for making the assumption.
It's constant. Spring and I were like having to throw away like milk one day. Like, this like smells like nasty, and I'm just like standing there completely unfazed. Like the closest I have is what I would describe as like tasting the air, but even still, like it's not even typically that bad.
Yeah. Your sense of smell and sense of taste aren't linked.
Listen, that's the best I got. So,
Mm.
but no, a lot of the times it's the amount of times I've had jobs or something, or Doge has been like, "Hey, we just got these new candles. Do you want to give them a good smell?" And I just stand there sad, like, "Oh, I can't know what it's supposed to smell like." It's like, "We got 10 new candles. It's great. Kit, do you want to go smell?" Oh, right. Well, good job, buddy. I was like, "Why? I want that."
It's interesting that you don't have the option to take more than.
You're not going through the door.
Okay.
This is so there are options in the game that change. There, as you saw, there's multiple endings, right?
I didn't look.
Those 6 boxes at the start when you started the game. There's 6 endings in this game. I should mention.
Okay.
I will let you know if something, if you want at least. I'll let you know if a choice is important enough to where it's going to determine a path.
I mean, ideally, my goal will be whatever ending gets everyone alive. I don't know if that's an option.
That's fair. Do you want to at least know if options like direct you towards an ending or not?
We'll go with no for now. Just because I feel like it'll be more.
My brain.
I feel like it'll be more authentic that way as like a first playthrough.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I should describe before you entered this. This is just checking to see what happened. Is what they're doing. They're not going through the door. They're just wanting to see what happened to the ninth man.
Yeah, I figured. I'm just surprised that it didn't give the option to like have 3 people. Anyway, we're picking Santa because I've just.
Yeah, I think the reason is because since they're not going through it, they just want the minimum amount of people to like just see.
Santa and June, you think you could give me a hand here?
One was a little too on the nose, but the mood was still grim. Both Santa and June lived with their left hands silently. Verified, and she followed suit.
5 plus 3 plus 6 is 14. The digital root of 14, 1 plus 4 equals 5. This should do it. Now we just need to pull the lever on the side.
You guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth in a grim line. And he slowly lowered the lever. There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth.
God.
Good God.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. Seven grunted.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Even Santa's voice shook.
He blew up.
It appeared that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood. The shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then her strength left her and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. She crumpled to the floor.
Are you okay?
Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders. That was when he noticed her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat.
Where'd this fever come from?
June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax and her whole body began to shake.
Let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk?
She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair.
Here we go.
As gently as he could, he set her down in it.
How are you feeling? Are you all right?
She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face.
Why did this happen?
Her voice cracked, broken by misery and grief, and choked by sobs. Junpei spun around.
Any of you know what the fuck is going on here? Who's Zero? What's this Nonary game? Come on! What the hell is going on? What are we doing here?
Playing a Nonary game.
No one spoke.
Jimpy?
Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, Seven, and Lotus. They simply stood there. 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines for mouths. June's body shook with silent sobs. He slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped.
I said this when I played the game, but I'll say it again here. Y'all got like 9 hours to leave. I think trying to mourn is not a good idea.
I mean, it's not like they had a choice.
The guy threatened a girl Clover with the knife. I don't think he's worth warning.
They still didn't expect him to blow up. It's not necessarily that they're mourning him. It's that they are dealing with the trauma of somebody died right in front of them violently. And like there were 2 other people who could have been in that room with him and also died.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 10 times. And then on the 10th ring, it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into silence.
It's 10 o'clock then.
Ace said what each one of them had been thinking.
That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck! I've had enough of this crap!
Santa leapt to his feet, his fist clenched.
Pussyfoot around like this! We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero was going on about is up! Let's get going already! Go! Go!
Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. I would have agreed with him immediately.
Same. I'm like, listen, we got to do something because a guy just blew up and also there's water below us. What are we doing, y'all?
Like, doing nothing is not an option. Like, he is more becoming my favorite character. Like, at least he's sane.
Yeah, if Lotus speaks up again and is like, no, I don't think we should go through the doors. You see what happened? It's like, so? That's the only way forward.
There was something else going on. He didn't, like, there was clearly something. And also, didn't it mention that, like, everyone needed to go through?
Yeah, everyone needs to go through.
So, he went through by himself, screwing himself. So, if you split into half through one door, half through the other, that's the answer.
I mean, at least now it's 4 and 4 and not 5 and 4.
Yeah, but you still could have done it with 5 and 4.
I know, I'm just saying. We're down a person.
That's not necessarily better, depending on the numbers.
Yeah, he did have the 9th bracelet, which, like, when you realize that you're looking for a 9 door, probably would have been the best bracelet to have.
I mean, that's probably what he was thinking. So they were looking for a 9, is that he had a 9 and could go through by himself, but...
Yeah, then he go kabloom. Are you enjoying your food?
I am. I was about to continue reading. I was drinking water.
Okay.
They stared back at him, their eyes blank, their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke.
No, I refuse. I'm not gonna end up like him.
Him? You mean the 9th man?
Of course, who else?
In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again.
Blood and pieces of flesh.
The dark, reddish-black pool of blood. Scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful.
For a person to die.
I just want to also point out, since this, like, the whole novel point is not in the DS version, excuse me, you literally just hear Junpei, like, talk about it and no description. So you're just like, I wonder what's going on. They added this for this.
Interesting. The 9th man's neck had been twisted in an odd angle. Junpei suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied either by the explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back, and stark white ribs jutted up out of his chest like the legs of some sort of macabre crab. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach.
I think he just screwed up.
Eyebrows went up, and Santa continued.
He set off some sort of trap, and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
Damn funny.
Oh, my apologies. You were just, so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
What the fuck?
Yes, dear. Thank you. Meh. Meh. Get the ball. Good job. Really.
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
The ninth man's death. It had nothing to do with the trap. Or at least not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then?
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it.
Huh?
You still don't... All right. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door, right?
And after that? You've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say?
Santa furrowed his brow and thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said, "Hello, cat. Thank you."
The cat wants to help.
Everyone verified had to go.
Must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through.
That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
Snake inclined his head toward Junpei.
However, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed.
And Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules.
Yes, kitty cat.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
Snake looked at Seven with what could only be described as pity inside. How?
Listen, that blind man, he's got eyes.
Very well.
They're not useful,
I see it
but
must
they're
be me
eyes.
who tells you. I've waited long
You know,
enough,
it
I
also-
suppose. I
just
had
dawned on me.
hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that seems
did Snake get out of the
increasingly
room?
unlikely.
Might have had a special, like, might have had a different type of puzzle that could be done while blind.
Because I'm just like, there's no way he could see a 2 on the door. Like, what number is on the door? Let me just, I see it's 2. I can't see.
Also, he and Pinky might have been in a room together, maybe?
Possibly. Pinky. Just Pinky. That's a good name.
I don't know what else to call her. I know it's like fucking...
Well, her name is
Isn't she Clover?
Clover.
Yeah.
You'll learn the names eventually.
Eventually.
Seven, though. Seven's
Hello. Hello, baby. I still keep wanting to call Santa Silver just because it's so much better.
But he's Santa Claus.
But Silver is such a better name.
That's true.
I'm stuffing her.
If we find out end of the game. Sorry guys, by the way, my real name was Silver. Y'all
That'd
just
be-
called me Santa for some reason.
That would be funny as fuck if his actual name was Silver. He couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave the words to everyone else's thoughts.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
What is it you know?
Here.
Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket.
What does it say?
See for yourself.
With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
What's the point of giving me this?
Give me that.
Dear. Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
Dia, I get you want to cuddle, but you're kind of being annoying. Seven tugged it out of Santa's hands.
I see.
Card went from 7 to Lotus, from Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei. He looked at it and understood.
This is Braille.
Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small, embossed bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it.
I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
From Zero?
A message?
What does it say?
Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake and desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. Snake raised his hand.
Now, no need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door, you will find a red. The dead is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet.
Oh.
But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I am afraid this might be something of a surprise. I have placed a small bomb inside of you and people whom you are about to meet. You swallowed it while you were unconscious. I have no doubt by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try. As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator. Think of it as a remote fuse, or timer, for the bomb in your body. There is only one condition which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be. You will have 81 seconds. If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode. In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead. Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side.
Interesting. That makes sense.
Yep.
I figured it was some kind of scanner, but
I mean, well, the scanner is the red, and then technically also.
I mean, like a scanner, like when they passed through the door.
Oh, yeah, I getcha. But also, this means that Snake very much knew what was about to happen to the Ninth Man, and just kind of watched it, pun notwithstanding, happen.
I mean, I don't think he expected that he was going to go through the door by himself. And like there was very little time between the door opening, him going through, and the door closing. Like there was not a lot of time.
Fair, but also nobody really cared considering the fact of Clover being the one that was in danger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now you know how
They could.
Bracelet works.
I wonder if they could steal Nine's bracelet if it's still like valid and use it.
Exploded.
Well, was it?
What?
I mean, the bomb was inside his abdominal cavity, so there is a chance that the bracelet is still available. They'd have to get it, which would be disturbing, but having it would be.
Body and pick it up. I was also saying while you were going upstairs to pick the food stuff and whatnot. And, the DS version actually had a collector's edition that actually had the bracelet in it, and I was gonna try to get one secondhand, but it was $500.
Oof.
But it does work as an actual like watch. I do have a collectible from the second game though.
That's fun.
So we will talk about that when we get there, if you do enjoy the game.
And the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed. So long as the doors open, the dead will not function. You would do well to remember this.
No cheesing the system.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. Your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
I wonder if Junpei could have shoved his wrist outside the window and saved himself immediately.
Had he known the information, it's a possibility.
There is no other way to remove your bracelet. If you attempt to force it off or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode.
This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket.
Only those who verify their numbers at the red can pass through the numbered doors. Teams can't add or subtract people after they're scanned in. The reds, deads, and bracelets enforce the rules. They're judge, jury, and executioner.
Shit! A fucking bomb! Come out! Come out, damn it!
I'm fucking trying. In defiance of Zero's suggestion, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. The rest stiffened, some touched their stomachs, some simply stared at their bracelets. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach.
Come inside me.
Thought of it made him queasy. His stomach felt oddly hollow and his legs were weak.
What made Zero think creating
I'm
this
sweaty.
horror show of a game was a good idea?
Junpei looked over at the others.
All right. I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero?
I wonder what the answer is.
They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. I feel like someone has to know, because he implied that there are people, plural, who've been here before. And maybe
And also
9
someone
has...
lied to the 9th man.
Yeah. He didn't say who. But I also wonder if maybe the 9th man has done this before and the rules were different. And that's why he was saying they lied. Maybe he meant Zero.
You think that he was like, Zero said, oh, it's going to be the same game, and then found out.
No, he just heard Zero say that someone's participated in a Nonary game before. And so he thought this is the same Nonary game I've been in before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see it.
And so, possibility. Unless he was one of like the first two out and the other person who spoke to him like tricked him. Also possible, but
Viewers and Doja's minds work in these sort of games.
do we just come up do we just come up with really strange theories?
I mean, sometimes it's strange theories. Sometimes it's like y'all are just like, I need to stop playing and have to analyze this for 2 hours, and then you have Doja and I's like Persona playthrough where he just understood everything that happened in an instant. So like, this is why I like playing mystery games with y'all, or like just like game that has like an overarching like story that if I already know what's going on, because like I get to take the role of how my chat was when I first played the game. And it's just really interesting to see. And I'm like, man, did I think this way? Was I right at this point? Was I wrong? I don't know. I will say though, like, because I've been asked if I wanted to like stream 999 again and VLR and ZTD like again, but I still remember everything that happens in each game. So it would just be me replaying and already knowing everything to the T.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think we can make the assumption that Seven and Santa aren't in the know. Because
what gives you that impression?
But,
bombs in their stomach.
Well, no, it's the fact that they tried to throw up the bombs. Like, everyone else didn't try, and there's no reason to like pretend to, because nobody would know anyway. Like, whether that's something you would do. They don't know each other. As far as we're all aware, there's only two pairs that like know each other, and even then we don't really know about Clover and Snake. They're just close, but we haven't really that hasn't been sussed out yet.
Trying to remember like at what point we know what. Yeah, all you know is that Clover helps guide Snake, and that's kind of the long and short of it.
I feel like there's going to be a point where they're forced to be split up, and they're going to be like mad about it. Just based on like, just because that seems like the kind of thing that would happen.
This game is great. Just like, what I've been saying this like to myself, like I've been meeting every now and again, just being like, I have just goosebumps like everywhere, and just like the excitement in my boat. Like I think I'm hyping it up more for myself than anything, because I really do like the game, but I could completely understand if like you or like other people aren't a big fan of it.
I mean, I like escape rooms, so.
Yeah, I think the only other thing I was gonna say, and I kind of said this during the break, was the beginning is very slow, and I get that's what like kind of deters a lot of people when they first play it, but then after that you just got bit after bit after bit after bit. So if you can just make it through into the second escape room, like you'll be sitting pretty. Anyway, that's enough out of me.
Okay. I'm trying to like think of who might
who the mastermind is.
Well, like, who's played before? Is it more than one? Is it just one person? Have there like been clues already, or is it just gonna be an educated guess? Like,
I hope you understand that I'm sworn to secrecy.
I'm aware. I have theories.
I'm pretty sure Travis, who is another huge Nonary game fan, would fly out personally to castrate me if I said anything.
I really wish I had like all of their pictures in front of me so I could like just mark them off and be like, not this one, not this one. Like,
I can search for those and send like headshots of all.
Nah, it's okay.
Okay, because yeah, I mean, there's, as in all these games, you will find out actual like names later on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So if you look it up, like there is There is a point that I clued in on because I accidentally found, like I said, there's a lot of like when you're clicking around in the rooms, there's like a bunch of jokes and stuff, and I accidentally found one that did tell me a character's name, and I was like, oh, that's cute. That's weird. That's cute. But like, it's just like a throwaway gag, and I was like, damn, wish that like did something.
Fair.
But also, no one else in chat realized it was a name, and I was like, you know what? I think my brain is just broken. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. You can. I'm here.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I
Oh.
didn't see his face though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask. What the hell?
I think I know one other person who did not see him. Sorry, that's a bad joke.
Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or something.
Said it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence, and then everyone spoke at once.
Saw that too.
I did as well.
Me too. I didn't see inside the mask, though. That
If
mask,
Snake says that he
it
saw
was
it
really
too.
scary.
Hmm?
If Snake's like, I saw him too, everyone's like, excuse me? That was the joke I was trying to make. Is Snake being like, I saw the man with the mask. Excuse me?
Oh, so all of our abductions were the same. We were taken from home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had a mask on. There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out. We woke up to find ourselves on D deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed.
How about you, Seven? Did the same happen to you?
Only Seven's story seemed to lack the detail of the others.
Me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
That was all he had said. It had occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger.
I have a question.
That was the mystery of their relationship between Snake and Clover.
Snake and Clover, you were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together.
Oh yeah, they did wake up together.
I was about to say, like, it's right there. That's the answer. You're like, I don't know what happened.
I mean, I don't remember when they bring this up. Like, I for some reason I was thinking that that their relationship gets brought up earlier, and I was like, man, they didn't say anything about Clover being in the room. Huh? Maybe I'm misremembering that. No, it's just later. Okay.
So, what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
Yeah, they're siblings.
Siblings?
Yes. Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. That really so hard to understand?
Junpei was taken aback. The others seemed just as surprised.
She is correct, of course.
He laid his hand on Clover's shoulder.
Surprised?
Well, yeah, but...
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance.
They're gonna have to explain to him that they look nothing alike, which he would never know.
What? My sister has pink hair?
Snake pointed at Junpei and Jude.
You mean between Jumpy and me?
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Wait, you went to school together?
Girl, were you not paying attention like way earlier when they already talked about this? Lotus is so dumb. I do not like her at all.
Just don't question the outfit at this rate.
I don't care about the outfit.
A lot of people do.
Like, clothes do not matter. In game or IRL. Like, oh no, clothing.
Tell that to my parents.
I'm gonna refrain from saying the sentence that I was about to say.
No,
I'm only
searched after for the stream.
I don't like to rant. We already know this. No, it's fine. It was just my brain immediately went violence, which is not the answer. Violence is the question, and the answer is yes.
Violence against that like metal dome. Remember the explosives, Neko? The explosives.
Right. Baseball bat with a bomb in it. Got it.
Baseball bat with the spikes in it. You throw the grenade. We'll play baseball. I think I'll lose both of my arms, but it's fine.
Isn't that a zombie game?
It is. Doge, Cube, and I were all supposed to play the second game together, and then Doge is getting married. So you know.
Dang.
Look at Doge having a life.
Well, yeah.
Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
You think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell?
Huh, ring a bell.
Ring a bell?
They looked at one another, and like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time.
Perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
A millionaire?
Son?
Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual. Most likely, Zero is simply the representative of a larger group.
What sort of organization?
It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
It's fucking Junko again.
God damn it. Hope's Peak, we're going back.
It fucking feels like it. Feels like the idea for Hope's Peak, but after they worked out all the nonsense and made it like professional.
For Danganronpa, though, I should mention.
Then this is Hope's Peak, but before Junko got a hold of it. And just made it to where everyone dies.
Where's my angry teddy bear? Doge, where are you?
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment. I mean, come on! A guy's dead!
Word dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The room went quiet again.
I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this. If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
Even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time. You guys don't have time for this.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Santa threw up his hands, his voice filled with irritation.
Solve anything? It can't help us find our way out of here! Are you really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made that feeling more intense. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Fucking finally.
There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Well, thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
But what?
Who's going to go in which door?
June looked toward the numbered doors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait.
Lotus looked terrified.
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Ace shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes.
Oh my god.
Some creepy dude's blood all over him. You got another thing coming.
The resale value goes down when there's creepy man's blood on your shoes.
That was the last straw.
Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah, so doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke.
Fine, I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
There was another long silence. This time, Snake was the one to break it.
I'll go.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer! If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do.
Ace stepped forward.
The problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital root will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. The digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is...
Oh, it works perfectly! The 4 of us can go into door 5.
Wait, what about the other 4? What's their digital root gonna be?
They did a quick mental calculation.
Santa, our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, 5. What would our digital root be?
Why are you making me do the math? You already did the math for the other. I'm assuming it's 4.
It's 4.
8 plus 3,
3 plus 6 is 9,
plus
so
5
those
is
cancel each
22.
other out.
The digital root of 22.
He repeated what he determined.
Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace, they would go through door 5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4.
Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer. Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
Junpei was torn.
And go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right, then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
He began to walk toward door 5. Clover and Snake followed, with 7 a short distance behind.
Over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
I'm assuming this is an ending thing. Just to save it.
Okay.
More information is better. This does make it more complicated, but I need to know.
Hey, wait.
Junpei's cry echoed across the room. 4 people walking toward the door stopped and turned back toward him.
Door 5 too.
The words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up.
What are you saying, Jumpy? If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
He turned around to look at her.
I can't take you with me.
Why?
Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that?
Well...
June opened her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. Junpei felt an ache in his chest at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions.
Please, let me go into door 5.
7 scratched his head and looked at the young man.
Now we're right back where we started, you know that?
Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us.
Snake turned to Ace.
Please, take good care of Clover.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
1 + 4 is 5.
Don't go away!
You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others.
No!
Don't be so selfish.
Snake's tone was harsh.
Why?
Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened and he put his arms around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear.
Just relax.
It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whatever they were, Junpei didn't hear them.
What did he tell her?
He couldn't help but wonder what the other man had said. Snake pulled back from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring.
I understand.
Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. Before long, new teams were assembled.
Got this straight. Those going to door 5 are me, 7, and Snake. 7 + 2 + 5 = 14, and the digital root of 14. And those
Yes,
going
we
to
get it.
door 4, Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover. 8 + 3, and the digital root of 20. We're okay with this.
No problems here.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right then.
7, Snake, and Junpei scanned their numbered bracelets in quick succession. The screen of the red showed 3 asterisks.
Okay. All right then. Let's go.
Junpei glanced around one last time, his hand resting on the lever of the red.
Okay. Please be careful.
Concern was written plainly across her face. Junpei looked her in the eye and gave what he hoped was a reassuring nod. Pulled the lever. The sharp clack of a lock releasing, the door swung open.
It's open.
You have 9 seconds. Ahead of them,
Be on the other side.
in the small hallway, were the pitiful remains of the 9th man.
That's messed up.
That was the 9th man.
For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse, and his feet would not leave the floor. 7 too seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. I mean, he can't see it, so. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway and only stopped when he realized his companions were not following.
How can you...
Well, do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was, at most, slightly cocked toward one shoulder.
Let's go!
Junpei and 7 looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrist of all 3 men. 7 and Junpei looked down at their bracelets. On both of them, and on Snake's, a red skull had flickered to life.
The countdown started!
They had scarcely processed the information when... With a metallic slam, the number door behind them swung shut.
Shit! The door!
There's no turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device...
Hey, where is the dead?
Fear and urgency in 7's face reflected what all 3 of them felt.
No. Stay calm. Look around you.
Okay, I get it.
Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead. He found it easily enough. It was on the wall next to the closed door labeled 5.
Here!
As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other two scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down.
Well, it looks like it stopped.
As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand.
It's gonna give me a heart attack.
A muscle stood out in Seven's neck, and the corners of his mouth were twitching.
Are you all right? Are you guys okay?
They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct, from the other side of the door.
The detonators have been deactivated.
They heard relieved sighs, and even through the door, the three men could feel the tension disperse.
We're moving on. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
Sure thing.
And they're gone.
They heard footsteps moving away, and before long, they were alone again. Junpei looked around.
Doesn't look like we can go any further this way.
The hallway ended roughly 20 or 30 feet from where they stood.
This wall can be moved. Or not. It's not budging.
Hey, there's a door over there.
To the left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. In the middle of it was a plaque that read First Class.
First class cabin, huh?
Well, it seems like it.
Let's have a look then, shall we? All right then, let's go.
Yeah.
Without hesitation,
Blind man.
Snake opened the door and stepped inside. Seven followed closely behind him. Junpei moved to follow them as well, but he stopped just short of the threshold and looked back, not knowing why.
I don't want to look, but...
Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind.
It's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what.
What had once been a man's internal organs now looked like so much vomit, as though something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It's hard to believe the thing on the floor had once been human. A black pool of thick blood, the lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor, the awkward, twisted tangle of shredded intestines, the head wrenched to some grotesque, unnatural position.
Been wearing these.
The man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked and the frame bent and distorted. And next to the glasses lay a bracelet, the number 9 still displayed on its face.
Bracelet's off. Oh wait, Zero did say.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2. You 2. In other words, once
I hate listening to his voice so much.
The metallicness of it?
What
Or?
the
Yeah.
point of getting it off when you end up like this? Oh, just imagining how it must have happened. This was a human. Oh,
Suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse, and a knot of muscle gripped his throat.
I feel like I'm gonna puke. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
Grab the bracelet! He clasped his hands over his mouth and ran to the first-class cabin. The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none the worse for wear.
Where did they...
He looked around. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened the one on his right and went through.
Through here?
On the other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down the hallway, opened the door at the other end, and peeked through. There they were, to his right, busy examining something.
What's up?
He stepped through the door.
Check this out. We found this thing here on the door.
The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked?
So I would assume.
Is there any other way out?
We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
So you're telling me that unless we can open this door...
Yes, we won't be going anywhere.
Junpei stepped away from the door and looked around the room.
This looks like a bedroom.
Then the other room is probably a living room. Or the closest you can get to one on a ship.
All right, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys.
Sneak a way out.
You could have waited until it was on the screen.
I thought it was.
I'm sharing my screen through Discord.
It's a little, like, stuttery. So I was like, maybe it's, like, slightly ahead for you? I didn't realize how much ahead. But it's all good. You're good. Welcome to the first class cabin. It is indeed a first class cabin.
Okay. Score plate A. Interesting. Took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. Stared about the room almost frantically, clearly looking for something. No, Junpei thought, not staring. After all, he's blind. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity.
All of a sudden.
Snake waited a moment before answering.
Something strange.
Something strange?
Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans.
Yes, that usually happens when you lose one of your senses. The others compensate. It's pretty normal.
I notice even the slightest of noises.
Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
No, such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately. So that was...
Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them.
Oh, really?
Junpei was somewhat taken aback by this revelation. He stared at Snake, skeptical.
Believe me, do you? Care to give it a try?
Put him up, buddy.
Fight the blame,
You'll
man.
no doubt regret it. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we?
Junpei turns his back. Snake immediately German suplexes him onto the
With a small, self-satisfied smile, Snake turned and walked away from Junpei.
destroyed.
They're just panels. The white desk feels kind of fancy. Small round chair, looks like probably goes to the vanity. Bed with a canopy. Can't see the details, obviously, but I imagine it's on one of those princess beds Clover is so fond of. Clover wants one of these. She wants a princess bed. Didn't I say that? I think it doesn't suit her. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Junpei, judge her by appearances, will you? And well, you should not. Okay, nothing else here. We might have to pause it and pick this up another time because it's starting to get laggy. Maybe once this room is done, the game.
You don't have to stream it to me anymore. I can just watch on your stream.
Okay, we'll see if that helps. Give it a try.
I was gonna say, yeah, you probably could just end right after this escape room.
Oh, nope, it is, oof, painfully laggy. Sort of thing known as a vanity. Are you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. As such, you could say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she's staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't it strike you as terribly sad?
I'm gonna say the stream is running smooth as butter.
Does the game look smooth?
Yeah, super smooth.
That's crazy, because the game is very jittery for me.
Yeah, no, I can fully state that it's running more smooth than it was on Discord.
That is baffling to me. What's this? This isn't a score. This is a map of the ship? A map? There's a map of the ship here? Yeah. Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You best hold on to it. Okay. Now possible to use the map screen. Thanks. Map screen can only be viewed during the story sections. While on the map screen, you can examine a map of the ship's floor plan, which you will acquire over the course of the story. Clicking the green parts of the floor plan will allow you to see a bird's eye view for that room. Piano keyboard. What is Snake doing? He can't play, can he? It's piano. There's something amiss with the keys. You mean it's out of tune or something? No, not that. It's properly tuned, just... well, the sounds are clearly purposefully different. The C key doesn't yield a C, but rather a different note entirely. Same goes for the D keys. They play some other note. Why do you think it's like that? Isn't it painfully obvious? Zero modified it in some way. The piano, you see, is part of one of the puzzles Zero has set for us. Perhaps if we play the keys in the correct order, something will happen. In other words, we need to play a song on the piano. I believe so.
Moonlight Sonata, go for it. I believe in you, Neko.
A window. There's an iron plate nailed to it. Okay. I tried to learn Moonlight Sonata once. That was a long time ago. Score plate C. Interesting. Safe is locked. It's one of those dial locks. It doesn't have a key, we just need to get the dials in the right place and it'll open. You find anything? Nope. How about you? I also found nothing.
What I will say is your mouse is flickering a lot on the stream, but like everything else is so smooth.
Yeah, no, it's, for me, it's lagging, not flickering. The leather suitcase. Nothing inside.
Recommendation would be like reloading the game.
Oh, by the weight, it makes no noise when shaken. Okay. Bathroom. Well, the sink's clean. Any water? Nothing's coming out. I've got the faucet on all the way, but I can't hear anything. And there we are in the mirror. What a pair. A college kid and a terrifying giant of a man in a beanie. Stuck in a cramped bathroom with this beast of a man. What would my parents say? Something wrong, Junpei? You look real sad all of a sudden. And suddenly we have now reached the wacky intro to a random BL. This
and the college students.
This is the kind of shit a BL would do, though. Straight up, dude. Some of them have some really weird premises. It's funny as fuck. Like, what we've got fucking Cherry Magic, one of my favorites. Highly recommend for anyone who hasn't seen it. Where dude is still a virgin at 30 and gains the ability to read minds. Finds out his coworker is so goddamn in love with him, but doesn't show it on his face. But his internal monologue is just like, oh my god, he's so cute. I can't believe I get to be this close to him. It's just like, whoa. Okay. What? Like, ensues shenaniganry. Then we've got Isekai Office Worker, which doesn't sound like it would be one. But then it's just, oh, dude accidentally isekais himself because he runs into someone mid-isekai and is like, shit, I have to try to save her, and then isekais himself. is like, I don't know what to do if I don't have a job. Give me a job. I'm numbers man. And they're like, okay, go do numbers. And he's like, cool. Hey, your numbers are bad. I'm gonna fix all of it myself. Shit, I've given myself too much work. Gotta do magic steroids about it. Oh no, I overdosed on the magic steroids. Gotta get healing magic about it. Oh no, I'm allergic to healing magic. Gotta have sex about it. And that's the anime.
I remember hearing this.
Yes, because it's one of my favorite fucking premises. Because that's the first episode. That's the first fucking episode. It's so, and like, there's so much that was so goddamn good. And then there's another one where it's like, hey, this is a manhwa. It's like, hey, so we just found out that the magical dragon that gives our family good fortune just woke up after 300 years and wants to know where his wife is. Well, they say mate, but everyone assumes wife. Thank you for the self-care. And they're like, shit, we gotta send somebody over there and convince him that this is the reincarnation of his wife that's been dead for 300 years. They're like, and like, his younger sister is like, oh, it does not like me clicking out of the game. Oh, it really does not like me kicking out of the game.
The stream is stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're a robot.
See if that fixes it. My bitrate's going back up.
Yep, stream's back.
Oh, it's dropping again.
So are you able to save on the game?
Oh, it's my internet.
Oh. The game is just separate. Oh, you found the timeline page. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a number 2. Because that's the button I pressed to do the drinky.
The timeline page is really helpful.
So yeah, the game broke my stream. If I click out of it, and apparently also breaks my internet.
So I found out. I forgot that had to do this during mine too. Like after every escape room, I ended up resetting the game because it's only for 999 and not VLR.
What do you mean?
I don't remember why. Like there's a weird like issue with the PC game, I guess, where like it lags after a certain amount of time, and I just went back on mine, like, because I was like, this seems like something that I feel like it happened on mine, and yeah, after every escape room, I just reset the game so that way I could not have to deal with it.
Fair.
But VLR doesn't have that apparently, so it's only like half of the game is like that.
Okay. Well, we'll just pick it up later, because I'm tired. And it was getting frustrating with it being laggy. And I think I want to leave that, I want to like put that frustration away and we'll just come back to it fresh another time.
I hope you at least enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good time. I love escape room games, so for me, this is going to be a lot of fun. We'll just have to pick it up again later, and you'll just have to remind me to reset every once in a while.
I'll pretty much just say, hey, escape room, please reset. You're good.
All right. Well, that is going to be it for me today, everybody. I really appreciate everyone sticking around, hanging out, and being here in general. Sorry, we hopping off right as you get here, Squid. You just happened to be here right as the game lagged the hell out and broke my everything. So, but We'll be back again tomorrow doing maybe Town of Salem 2 and Dead by Daylight for sure. We'll see if Town of Salem 2 is back up and running. But yeah, it's good. I would definitely recommend going back and rewatching because we'll definitely pick this game up again, and there's a lot of like lore that you'll need. So a whole lot of expo dump. So, but I love you all so very, very much. Have a good one, everyone. Au revoir and good night.